Hey all, this is Terrell here, and I'm just shooting a real quick video here, kind of explain my new 136 build that I put together in light of the new patch here. I know I made a post earlier on my blog about it, but after actually putting it into a live environment, I've changed it up a little bit, so I just wanted to show you my what I like to call my standard build. This is what I use most of the time here. So you see me at Sigmar here. I'm going to open up the Mastery Trainer so you can see it here. Now this might look a little unusual if you're not used to this here. I do all kinds of weird little specs here. Well, you'll see what I mean when I get this pulled up here. When I shot this video, I was actually just talking with guildmates here, so we're going to have to kind of work around that there. So at some point here, I'm going to pull up the mastery abilities here. It's funny conversations we have sometimes here. Alright, so here's the tree here. You can see everything that I've taken here. First thing I take is Deep Incision. That's a dot that goes on my snare. Okay, it just adds a little bit of extra potential burst damage, more damage I can put in a single timestamp. Balanced Accuracy, for obvious reasons, more crits. Not only for more damage, but more blurring shock procs. You'll see that here in probably a later video when I do one to do the explanation of this here. I mean, this video is going to be like 7 minutes as is, so I'll shoot another one explaining the whole thing here in a little bit. Probably give me about a week on that. These can take a while to put together here. Alright, the next one, obviously, Great Weapon Mastery, more damage, a little bit of parry. So, it's just an all-around good tactic. If you're wearing a two-hander and not using Great Weapon Mastery, there's something wrong with you. Next thing is Ether Dance. This is for AP efficiency and does pretty good damage. Using Dazzling Strike and such, combined with Auto Attack, will do more on a fully debuffed target. I take Whirling Geyser. That's really just for giggles. I just do that for fun. In Hoth, this is the unusual part of this build. I only put points in it. I put all the rest of my points in Hoth. I don't take a single ability. With the Sudden Shift, now in the game, I don't need Perfection of Hoth to bring my balance up, and I just use Armor Bots because the armor buff just tends to get shattered. The reason you put the points there is for the spirit debuffs. You want to make them a little stronger, and also to bump up in Scorched Agony, because the more you debuff the target, the better the dots are. So basically, the idea behind the build is that I'm gonna dot them up, put Blurring Shock, and then on the second rotation, put some more dots and just go ahead and burst them down that way. The Renown here, it's pretty cookie cutter. I take Might 5, and then you'll see I go down, I take Assault 3. So that's a bunch of strength. I just happen to get some weapon skill as a result of that here. In the lowest tier, you're going to see I take Opportunist 3, that's 12% crit. And then I take, two of the plus 2% damage tactics here too, and I see those, in my tactic bar right now. The Tome tactic is the undead one. I actually ran Tovel with my group earlier today, so that's why you see that in there. So, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's just a build that's built on creating as much burst as possible at a specific timestamp. Here's the gear that I use. Probably the most notable thing is, 322 toughness. I'm a little bit squishy like this here. I run 5-piece Offensive Sovereign. See, I run the helmet, the body, the belt, the boots, and the trinket is what you're going to see on these here. Now, these all have, 23 talismans. The chest has a 24. I'd like to upgrade them at some point here, but it's really not a priority. Given how rare the 24s are, it's really just not worth it, as far as I'm concerned. Then I use the 2-piece Land of the Dead for the melee power thing. That's up all the time. The 6-piece for the Offensive Sovereign is not. So in lieu of that, I wear 3-piece Warlord, the shoulders, the gloves, and the other trinket. And then I round that out with the Nehekharen Executioner's Ring. Again, bunch of strength, bunch of melee power. And then I'm using a great sword of the Sandstorm. I do not have the royal weapon. I mean, at this point, I have 110 royal insignias. I got a ways to go. You can see it gives me well over 800 strength. Chance to be crits a little high. I usually like to be around 10%. That's about 11.2, so I may play with it and bring it down a little bit later at the cost of some strength, but I'm pretty happy where I am right now most of the time. The melee damage bonus on this one here, when I get switched over to it, man, y'all ought to hear the conversation on our events sometimes. It's absolutely crazy what comes out of our mouths here sometimes. But yeah, 253, no wait, that's 232 damage bonus. It goes to 253 when I take a strength liniment there. In fact, you're going to see that here in just a second because I take one. Yeah, I typically use the strength melee power one. That's the one I typically use. I have a lot of crit, as is. I have 40% on that page there in perfect balance. You see 20% natural, 20% from balanced accuracy in perfect. And usually a target's going to give you about 15. I also wear an armor pot, so that brings me up to about 4,800 armor. So it's pretty high damage, and you still got a good bit of survivability. You'll get eaten alive by Sorks, but you know what? That's what Wall of Darting Steel is for, if you ask me. Ultimately, you can just kill the Sorks here. Now, when I want to really have some fun here, I actually go pull out my vessel weapon here. I've gone to my bank to show you that. Yeah, that thing is pretty nasty. That when I wear that, it puts me over 1,000 strength. I have about 276 damage bonus there. Yeah, I can really hurt some stuff. So thanks for watching, and be looking for the explanation video sometime next week. Terrelther out. Check out terrelthertalks.com if you like this and want to learn more about this. Thanks.